Hey everyone, welcome back to Real World English. I'm Mike.
And I'm Sarah. Today, we're talking about something that honestly drives me a little crazy.
Oh, I know exactly what you're going to say.
People saying sorry for my bad English when their English is actually really good. Like, why are we doing this to ourselves?
Right. And here's the thing. When you start a conversation that way, you're actually making people focus on your mistakes instead of what you're trying to say.
Exactly. It's like, when you point at a stain on your shirt, suddenly everyone's looking at the stain instead of listening to you.
That's such a good comparison. I mean, I get why people do it. They're nervous. They want to, manage expectations.
Yeah, it's like protection. Like, if I say my English is bad first, then maybe they won't judge me as hard.
But actually, it has the opposite effect. I remember this one time, I was at a conference, and this guy from Germany started his presentation with, "Sorry for my terrible English. I hope you can understand me."
Oh, no. And then everyone was just waiting for mistakes, right?
Exactly. And his English was perfectly fine. But because he said that, I noticed every little grammar mistake instead of focusing on his actually brilliant ideas about renewable energy.
That's so sad. Like, he sabotaged himself before he even started. And you know what? I used to do this too.
Really?
Oh, yeah. When I first moved to the US for college, I would start every conversation in class with, "Sorry, English is not my first language," even though I'd been studying English for like 10 years.
Wow. What made you stop?
Actually, it was my professor. She pulled me aside after class one day and said, "Sarah, you apologize for your English more than you actually speak it. Your ideas are great. Let them shine."
That's beautiful advice. So what did you do instead?
Well, first I had to break the habit, which was harder than I thought. But instead of apologizing, I started saying things like, "Let me share an idea," or just jumping straight into what I wanted to say.
That's so much better. There are actually some really good alternatives people can use. Like, if you're genuinely worried about being understood, you could say something like, "Please let me know if anything isn't clear."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's so much more confident. Or even, "I'm still working on my English, but I'd love to share this with you."
Exactly. Because that shows you're learning and growing, not that you're, defective or something.
Right. And honestly, most native speakers make mistakes too. I heard a CEO last week say "between you and I" instead of "between you and me."
Oh, that's a classic one. Did he apologize for his bad English?
Of course not. He just kept talking with total confidence. And you know what? Nobody cared about the grammar mistake because they were focused on his message.
That's the key right there, confidence. When you believe in what you're saying, other people will too. Your accent, your grammar mistakes, they become totally secondary to your ideas.
Exactly. And think about it. If someone's communicating well enough that you understand them, then their English isn't bad, is it?
That's such a good point. Communication is about connection, not perfection.
I love that. Connection, not perfection. That should be our motto.
So here's what we want you to try. The next time you catch yourself about to apologize for your English, just don't. Take a breath and start with what you actually want to say.
Yes, and remember, you're brave for speaking in a second language. That's actually something to be proud of, not apologize for.
Absolutely. So tell us in the comments, do you catch yourself apologizing for your English? Or maybe you have a story about when you stopped doing it. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, share your experiences. And remember, your voice matters, and your English is good enough to be heard. Thanks for listening to Real World English, everyone.
We'll see you next time.